Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for visiting. I am coming on this afternoon to introduce you to the September limited edition red rubber set from Impression Obsession. And first of all, where did August go? I can't even believe we're already in September, but here we are. So let me go ahead and share the images with you with their cute limited edition set for this month. It is fall inspired, so there's a few sentiments here. Autumn greetings. I love fall most of all, and festive fall. And then I love the images that they've been using in these sets lately. They're very heavily vintage inspired. They remind me a lot of the current cards from when I was a kid. That rake there is really cute with the twig wreath on it, and there's some sunflowers and apples and a really cute polka dot bow. There's a pumpkin in a chair, which I love this image. Here's a gathering of wheat with a cute little pumpkin on it. And then finally there's a really nice pumpkin border down here at the bottom with also some tossed acorns there in the middle. So cute. This little chair is so fun how it's got the leaves and things. So love the images. And then of course, if you're familiar with Impression Obsession red rubber stamps, you know their stamps are a really nice deeply etched red rubber, and they put them on a cling mount for you, and they do all of the cutting so you don't have to cut them out. They do all that for you. So really nice little sets. And let me go ahead and share the samples that I made. I have 3 cards to share with you. Also, if you hear noise in the background, Oliver is chewing on something, an antler or something, I don't know. Here's the first card that I made, and I used that pumpkin border with the autumn greetings sentiment. I also used Jeannie's, I think it's called worn linen, background stamp to add some visual texture in there in the background there. I love that stamp and I use it quite often actually. I used distressed vintage photo ink to stamp the background, and also gave it a little spritz of water to kind of make it, you know, not precisely stamped, but has that watercolored aged look to it. And then I watercolored the image just really simply with some watercolor paints. So I think that turned out really fun. This pattern paper here on the background is one of the prints from the Autumn Plaids collection from Impression Obsession. So cute. And I used some chocolate brown twine there to create a bow, and I think that card turned out really cute. I did add some faux stitching here at the top of that panel just to give it a little more interest, and then I popped it up on some foam adhesive, so this card has some nice dimension there. So that's my first card. My second card uses the chair image, which I just love this little chair. I think that's so cute with the pumpkin on it as well. This one I also used the autumn greeting. I used my faux stitching wheel, which is this tracing wheel here, to create more faux stitching along the outside edge here. And I also used the same worn linen cover a card background stamp to give some texture to the background here. And this one I also splattered with some copper colored watercolors. It has a little bit of shimmer and shine. And then I used that little tossed acorn stamp to create kind of like a just a texture there on the background of the card. So again, I used that brown twine, and then I also used a piece of my cotton lace from the Dollar Tree there just to add a little bit of extra texture. And I think this one turned out fun as well. I tore the edge here and then inked the edge. I think that gives a nice little definition. And then this is watercolor paper. This is also watercolor paper, so it has nice weight to it and nice texture. So you can see the copper watercolor paint there. So pretty. So there's my second card. My third card, which is probably my favorite, even though this is my favorite image of the set. This is my favorite sample that I made using that collection of wheat. Cute little pumpkin there in the front as well. So here I just watercolored the image again. I did splatter it with that copper watercolor, kind of shimmers there. I love fall most of all. I used that same stamp from Jeannie in the background, and this one I tore as well, but you can see this one I left the rough side of the tear face up, where on this card I chose to use the smooth side of the tear. You can see the difference there in what that looks like. And again, this is watercolor paper. And then I used some of my favorite little die cuts from Impression Obsession, which is called Pine Sprig Set, to add these little cute little greenery sprigs there at the top. Again, I used a little bit of lace here, cotton lace, and then a little piece of seam binding that I got from a friend. It was wrapped around a little package for me. And then I used one of my favorite little vintage buttons there on the top and added some twine just to give a little bit more texture. And I think this turned out so cute. I love this card. On the card base here, it was a really pretty sage green, but I just added a little bit of brown ink around the edges just to kind of age it up a little bit, and adhered it right down to the card base. And I think this card turned out really, really cute. I also added a little bit of that copper watercolor here on this card as well, and you can see it shimmering there a little bit on the wheat. So fun, fun. Those are my 3 sample cards for the month of September and the limited edition set from Impression Obsession. I'll have links down below where you can find this set, and please check out the gallery of all the other cards that the designers have made. There's just some really beautiful cards made this month with these images. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my samples, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.